Assalamu alaikum. There's a very short story that goes like this. A father wanted to give his son a clock. He said to him, "My son, this clock that I'm going to give you is your great-great-grandfather's clock. It's more than 200 years old. But before I give it to you, I want you to go and take it and sell it to the local corner shop where they sell clocks and watches and see how much they offer you for it." So indeed the boy went and showed them the clock, and the man said he offered him some money. He came back to his father and he said, "Well, they offered me £5 because they said the clock is quite old, it's not worth much more than that." He said, "Okay, now take the clock to the antique shop and ask them see what they would offer you for it." So indeed he went to the antique shop, showed them the clock, and having looked at it, the antique dealer said, "I can offer you £5,000 for this rather antique piece." Again, the boy was quite delighted. He went back to his father and said, "This is what the antique dealer offered." And then the father said, "Finally, I want you to go and take this to the museum and see what they will offer you." And indeed he went to the museum and he offered and showed them this clock. They didn't give him a price just yet, but they said, "Look, we'll just get a specialist to have a look at it." The specialist came, he had a look at it, he examined it, and he saw that it was one of the rare pieces of clocks that were made 2 centuries ago. And he said, "We can offer to buy this off you for £500,000. Now the boy went back to his father and told him this, and the father wanted to give him the lesson, which is indeed the moral of the story, and that is that different people will value things differently depending on how they see things, depending on which angle they look at things. And indeed, if you go to somebody who doesn't appreciate good company, doesn't appreciate good words, doesn't appreciate good morals, good behavior, then you're going to get the kind of person, the kind of appreciation, the kind of value that you put yourself in. So really, the moral of the story is, look for those people who are, people who are not only valuable in themselves, but they also value you, and they know when they see somebody who is worthy. And this is a beautiful saying by Omer El-Hamdoon, I believe. He said, "I like to sit with people who they like to pick the best of words, like any one of you would pick the best of fruits." When you have a plate full of fruits, you look for the best one and you choose the one that's going to be the best, the most ripe, the sweet, that you expect it to be sweet, and so on. So he said, "I like to sit with people who choose the best words." So they look out for the best words. Those are the companies who actually, the company who is such a good company that they value words. They know what it means to say the right thing at the right time. I hope that's been useful for you. Assalamu alaikum.